Hi, I'm Nick Wareham. I'm a printmaker based in Poole, and I'm going to show you how to do large scale prints not using a press and using this stuff, which is camping mat foam. It's very cheap. When you're buying it, sometimes it comes with this aluminium backing, foil backing, sometimes it doesn't, but you need to make sure when you buy it that it has a smooth surface. There is some of these foam mats that have a bobbly surface, and that won't work for the technique I'm going to show you. I've got laid out on the table the things that you'll need to do this. You'll need a pencil, a scalpel or a craft knife, some tape, some one or two printing rollers. You'll need some ink. It does need to be printing ink, and water-based is best and cheap, because this process actually uses quite a lot of ink. You don't want to use really expensive inks. Roll of paper, because we're going to use quite a bit of paper because it's quite a large print. And then to get the image onto the phone, we're going to use a PowerPoint projector and a laptop. And I'll show you in a moment how we do this. Right, so now what I'm doing is I've set up the PowerPoint projector over there, and I'm projecting an image onto the mat, which I'm just going to fix to the wall. Right, now you can see we've got the foam here, the image projected on. I'm going to use just a pencil to make the lines. The trick when you're doing this is to drag down, don't try and push up, because the end of the pencil will just go into the foam. Don't worry about very fine detail, it is really about getting the silhouette. So I'm just going to start here, come all the way down. You can obviously make changes to the image at this point if there's an area of the image that you're not happy with and you want to alter it. You can do so at this stage. I'm going around the hands and the saxophone here. I'm looking for the major shapes, so I'm not trying to do masses of detail, just enough so that it's recognisable as a saxophone. So I'm putting in these circles here. So now the lights are back on and I'm standing in the way of the PowerPoint projector. You can see now where you've got lines and where you haven't, and this is an opportunity just to tidy things up a bit where you're not happy with the lines. That was a bit wiggly, so I'll change this. Okay, I'm happy with that now, so I'm going to take this down. What I'm doing now is just tidying up the image a bit. I'm using the end of the pencil and my craft knife. What I'm trying to do is just give a bit of definition in the eye, because I want a bit of white of the eye there, so I'm just taking a bit in here. I'm going to just put in a bit of an eyebrow there. The ear just needs tightening up a little bit, and the mouth. I'm now going to use the craft knife to cut out the whole image. It cuts really easily, but again, make sure you're dragging, not trying to push round corners, because it won't work. When you're cutting out, bear in mind the foam is actually quite soft, so that if you press your fingernail in, it will actually make a mark that will print. So try not to touch the actual parts of the image we're going to use later. There we go. So we now have a nice silhouette foam cut out. Me playing saxophone, which is what we're going to use to print. I'm just using bits of the tape just to help this foam figure stay flat, because they do tend to roll up a bit. Now what you can see here is I've put 3 different coloured inks out onto the glass plate. You see, you roll the ink like this. This is how you make sure the whole roll is coated. So I've now got blue ink on there, and I'm going to put this onto the trousers of the figure. I don't know whether you can see, but there's some lovely lines appearing on here from the edge of the roller, and that's one of the nice things about this technique. You do need to make sure you've got quite a bit of ink on, because it's a much more absorbent surface than most things that you use for printing processes. Right, I'm just going to put some yellow onto the saxophone now. I'm not trying to make this look realistic. I'm just trying to create an interesting image. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play around a bit with this jacket. So I'm actually going to put a pattern into this part of the image. Right, I'm now putting the red on the roller, and I'm going to come in with some different colour, and you can see there's rather nice effects here as the inks are actually mixing on the surface of the foam. You can use, because this is soft, you can actually use the edge of the roller to get a sort of line effect. So I'm just going to put some little lines in where the hands are, and on the edge of the saxophone, just to give a bit of definition to the saxophone, like that. Just going to check that we've got ink on all the edges, because the last thing you want is no ink on part of an edge of the silhouette. It spoils the effect of the whole print. So now I've got a roll of paper. I've just put a bit of sellotape on the top so it doesn't move. The foam's all inked up, so I'm just going to roll the paper across the top of it, like that. And I'm just going to use the palm of my hand to make the print. So no press is needed, but I've got to be careful that I actually go over every area of the foam. It's now time just to reveal the image and see how it's come out. There you go, and as you can see where the marks have been made with the pencil, it's white, and you can also see where the roller marks have added a real interest to the image on the jacket there. This whole process has taken about an hour and a half, so hopefully what you can see is just using a simple foam template like this, we can produce images very quickly. I've just run off another one, mixing the inks a bit onto the figure, and you can see it's quite effective. You can leave bits of the foam lower down if you want to use a background, or you can actually use the piece of foam you cut out, ink that separately, and put it back together again as you would a jigsaw to produce a total print. So this is just an illustration of how the technique works. It works very well with young people and people who've got no experience of art or drawing. And I suppose the other thing I would say is you don't have to use decent paper, you can use lining paper if you want to muck about. You can do this at home, and hope you've enjoyed it.